The 2024 NFL Draft is now in the books.
The Washington Commanders needed a quarterback. The Washington Commanders get a quarterback at 2. No player made greater strides than Jaden Daniels. What is your grade for this pick?
I gave it an A.
Report card season is now in session. Let's dive into our final grades for all 32 first-round picks of the 2024 NFL Draft. Number 1, Caleb Williams, A+. The Chicago Bears didn't have to think twice about this pick, just like how we didn't have to think twice about the grade. Williams has the skill set to become a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. The Bears have him set up perfectly with a wealth of playmakers. Fear not, Bears fans, this man will not let you down. Number 2, Jaden Daniels, A. The Washington Commanders did the right thing by rolling the dice on the 2023 Heisman Trophy winner. Daniels is a dual-threat sensation who should do wonders in Cliff Kingsbury's offense. We're crossing our fingers and hope that Washington doesn't mismanage Daniels' health and potential the way Washington did with RG3. But hey, Dan Snyder is long gone, so let's just trust that the new Commanders regime will maximize Daniels' potential. Number 3, Drake May, A. The New England Patriots could have traded down and stockpiled more picks, but they played it safe and took the best passer remaining. It's the right move, no matter how you look at it. QB is the most important position in football, and there's no guarantee that New England will be in a spot to land a potential franchise-changing signal caller in next year's draft. They may not start right away, but the Patriots signed Jacoby Brissett for a reason. They can take their time developing May before passing him the keys to the car. Number 4, Marvin Harrison Jr., A+. The Arizona Cardinals drafted the best wide receiver prospect in a generation to team up with Kyler Murray. Seriously, what isn't there to like here? Harrison Jr. has the size and athleticism to be a Hall of Famer like his old man and Colts legend, Marvin Harrison. An offense with Murray, Harrison, and Trey McBride is a terrifying thought for the rest of the league. Number 5, Joe Alt, A. We really wanted the Los Angeles Chargers to get a wide receiver here for Justin Herbert, but it's hard to critique the decision to take the best defensive lineman available. Now Herbert likely has his blindside protector for the next decade plus. Jim Harbaugh has always been about winning in the trenches. Alton 2021 first-rounder Rashawn Slater could easily be the league's best offensive tackle within a couple of years. Number 6, Malik Neighbors, A+. We were admittedly surprised that the New York Giants didn't take J.J. McCarthy here, but they took a more sure thing in LSU wideout receiver Malik Neighbors, who should serve as a cornerstone player on New York's offense for years to come. The Giants haven't had a superstar-level wideout since Odell Beckham Jr., who left 5 years ago. Neighbors single-handedly takes over games with his explosive speed and ability to stretch the field, having averaged 17.6 yards per reception last year. He just fills the Giants' biggest need. If Daniel Jones doesn't come around in 2024, the Giants can get their new QB next year. Number 7, J.C. Latham, C+. Felt like 90% of mock drafts had the Tennessee Titans taking Joe Alt in this spot, but the Chargers foiled that plan. Nonetheless, the Titans stayed true to their philosophy and took another offensive tackle in Alabama's J.C. Latham. It fills an organizational need, yes, but seeing how the board played out, the Titans obviously could have traded down and snagged Latham later. We were also a little surprised that they took him over more polished lineman prospects like Hufanu Fashanu and Tisa Fuaga, but hey, it is what it is. Number 8, Michael Penix Jr., D-. This was the most heavily criticized pick that left everyone baffled.
That is the first surprise of the NFL draft, to say the least.
Kirk Cousins and his camp have pretty good reason to be disappointed and confused too. The Atlanta Falcons just gave Cousins a $180 million contract. They had a pressing need for help on defense. Heck, they could have just traded down and taken Penix Jr. later. How does this pick help them now? Someone make it make sense, please. Number 9, Rome Odunze, A+. This was a great value pick for the Bears, who just got the last of the big 3 wideouts thanks to curious moves by the Titans and Falcons. Odunze has future All-Pro written all over him. Receiving core with Odunze, DJ Moore, and Keenan Allen, it means Caleb Williams will go off right away. Honestly, this could go down as the best draft haul in Bears history when all is said and done. Number 10, J.J. McCarthy, A. So much for McCarthy being a top 5 pick. Turns out the Minnesota Vikings just had to move up one spot from number 11 to select the QB that they badly wanted all along. McCarthy should have no issue succeeding on a mini offense featuring superstar weapons Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and TJ Hawkinson. If he's not ready to start in 2024, well, there's no harm in sitting behind Sam Darnold for a year. The Vikings' decision to let Kirk Cousins walk looks like a stroke of genius now. Number 11, Hufanu Fashanu, A. The New York Jets O-line in 2023 was a bigger disaster than the fourth Jaws movie. With future Hall of Famer Tyron Smith only on a one-year deal, the Jets can take their time developing Fashanu before he takes on the task of protecting Aaron Rodgers. Jets GM Joe Douglas has brought in Smith, Fashanu, John Simpson, and Morgan Moses to ensure Rodgers doesn't take a beating in 2024. Really hard to criticize this pick, seeing how the offensive line was the Jets' biggest need here. Number 12, Bo Nix, B-. Denver had to get the last of the top 6 QBs while he was on the board. Nix's pinpoint accuracy and smart decision-making has drawn comparisons to Drew Brees, whom Sean Payton worked with in New Orleans for 15 years. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Justin Herbert were once considered boomer bust prospects themselves. So we gotta let the results play out first, and Payton is the perfect coach to help Nix maximize his potential. Number 13, Brock Bowers, A. This wasn't a position of need for the Las Vegas Raiders, but we also have no issue in taking a generational tight end prospect. Devontae Adams is on the wrong side of 30, and there is no guarantee 2023 second-rounder Michael Mayer will pan out. The Raiders still need to find a long-term solution at QB, but taking Bowers ensures that there's at least one superstar-level offensive weapon in place for years to come. Number 14, Tisa Fuaga, A+. Just about everybody knew that the New Orleans Saints would go O-line here, and they got the best defensive lineman remaining in Oregon State's Tisa Fuaga, a plug-and-play guy who will immediately bolster Derek Carr's protection up front. Even if Ryan Ramczyk opts against retirement, the Saints can move 2022 first-rounder Trevor Penning to guard and put Fuaga at OT. Carr is not New Orleans' long-term answer at QB, but his successor will be in good hands with Fuaga anchoring that O-line. Number 15, Lan Latu, B. We love Lan Latu, the player, but we just can't help but wonder why the Colts decided to strengthen a strength here when cornerback was a much greater position of need. Latu should perform nicely with DeForest Buckner, Kwity Paye, and Samson Ebukam headlining a defense that tallied 51 sacks last year. But God, we just would have loved Trey Arnold in this spot. Then again, you can't have too many elite pass rushers in today's NFL, now can ya? Number 16, Byron Murphy II. A+. The Seattle Seahawks interior defensive line has been a problem for a while now. They got the best defensive tackle in this class in Byron Murphy II, a one-man wrecking machine of a run stopper and pass rusher in Mike McDonald's blitz-happy defense. The perfect fit all around here. Number 17, Dallas Turner, A+. Turner is the best edge rusher in this draft. Remember when all those mock drafts had him going 8th overall to Atlanta? Well, somehow Turner fell out of the top 16. The Vikings made their move and traded up via the Jacksonville Jaguars to get Turner, who should immediately take over as Minnie's new MVP on defense following Danielle Hunter's departure. Go ahead and take a bow, Vikings GM Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah. Number 18, Amarius Mims, C+. With Trey Hendrickson requesting a trade, we were mildly surprised to see the Cincinnati Bengals avoid defense here. They already have veteran stalwarts Trent Brown and Orlando Brown Jr. at offensive tackle, but Mims carries plenty of upside and could serve as Joe Burrow's blindside protector for the next decade plus. Number 19, Jared Verse, A. The Los Angeles Rams had to address the defensive line after losing Aaron Donald to retirement, and they did just that. Verse joins the dynamic tandem of Kobe Turner and Byron Young, two sophomores who combined for 17 sacks last year. This is an awfully promising young foundation for the Rams' D to build around. Number 20, Choy Fanu, A. The Pittsburgh Steelers found a future star in the first round a year ago when they snagged Georgia offensive tackle Broderick Jones. 1 year later, GM Omar Khan picked up another future Pro Bowler in Choy Fanu, another plug-and-play prospect who will immediately upgrade a unit that has been problematic for a few years now. You just know Russell Wilson and Justin Fields are smiling over this pick. Number 21, Chop Robinson, B+. We figured the Miami Dolphins would go pass rush here after losing Christian Wilkins to free agency. So good on GM Chris Greer to take the best remaining guy at the position. Robinson is the ultimate boomer bust prospect, but the Dolphins need more than Jalen Phillips if they're to contend with the big boys in the AFC. This will be a worthwhile gamble if they can unlock Robinson's potential. Number 22, Quinan Mitchell, A+. The Philadelphia Eagles had the league's worst pass defense a year ago, but it won't be a problem again in 2024. After bringing back CJ Gardner-Johnson, GM Howie Roseman somehow landed arguably the top cornerback in this class. Toledo's Quinan Mitchell, second-round pick Cooper DeJean, and veteran Darius Slay are gonna be a nightmare of a cornerback trio for opposing quarterbacks to have to deal with. Number 23, Brian Thomas Jr., A-. This was a great value pick for the Jacksonville Jaguars. The only reason it's not an A+ is because Trevor Lawrence has enough offensive weapons. And we would have liked a cornerback or offensive lineman here. But if Thomas hits his full ceiling, he and Christian Kirk could soon be a top 5 NFL receiving tandem. Number 24, Trey Arnold, A+. Arnold is the consensus number 1 cornerback prospect in this draft, and the Detroit Lions were able to get him at 24 after trading up with the Dallas Cowboys. That is just not fair. The Lions secondary was a problem last year. Now it's a strength. Number 25, Jordan Morgan, C. The Green Bay Packers needed an offensive tackle after releasing David Bakhtiari, but Jordan Morgan was a bit of a reach here. Better offensive line prospects like Tyler Guyton and Graham Barton were available here. If anything, Green Bay could have probably just traded down and picked up Morgan later. Number 26, Graham Barton, B. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers offensive line lost fan favorite and center Ryan Jensen to retirement, and GM Jason Licht didn't want to waste time finding a suitable replacement. Barton is an unfinished project who has some cleaning up to do as a pass blocker, but the upside is there, and playing alongside Tristan Wirfs and Luke Gadecki should make for a smooth transition to the pros. Number 27, Darius Robinson, C. Arizona had to go defense with their second first-round pick, but Robinson was a considerable reach here. Another wasted opportunity for a team to trade down and still get their guy later. Trezon Newton, Cooper Jean, and Nate Wiggins would have all been better value picks for the Cardinals. At any rate, the Cardinals at least addressed their need for pass rushing help here. Number 28, Xavier Worthy, A-. Worthy is another boomer-bust prospect in this class, but with Rashee Rice facing an uncertain future in Kansas City, the defending champions had to go with a receiver in round 1. And if there's one team who can maximize Worthy's lightning-quick speed and talent, it's the Chiefs. Worthy cannot do better than Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes as his coach and quarterback. Number 29, Tyler Guyton, B. Having lost Tyron Smith to the Jets in free agency, day 1 was the perfect opportunity for the Dallas Cowboys to pounce and actually get their successor. Guyton is a long-term project who might not see much playing time as a rookie, but Dallas has been an offensive line factory for absolutely just decades. Eventually, Guyton and 2022 first-rounder Tyler Smith should be a top-tier duo on the edges. Number 30, Nate Wiggins, C. Wiggins was widely projected to be a first-round pick, so some may call this a good value pick for the Ravens. To us, it's a baffling pick, since they already have 3 star defensive backs in Kyle Hamilton, Marlon Humphrey, and Marcus Williams. Wiggins is a luxury, not a necessity. Number 31, Ricky Pearsall, D. Woof, what a reach this was by the 49ers. The pass catcher position is their biggest strength as is, and why in the world did they take Pearsall over superior receivers like Adonai Mitchell, Keon Coleman, Ladd McConkey, and Xavier Legette? We hate questioning one of football's best executives in John Lynch, but this was easily the second most confusing pick in round 1 after Michael Penix Jr. to Atlanta. Number 32, Xavier Legette, B+. Bryce Young is out of excuses now. Adam Thielen was his only reliable pass catcher a year ago, and the Panthers traded for Deontay Johnson, then moved up into the number 32 spot to select South Carolina speedster Xavier Legette. The Panthers can take a bow for getting a quality receiver in round 1 despite entering the draft with limited picks. We would have preferred Ladd McConkey or Adonai Mitchell here, but Legette feels a weakness nonetheless. Mr. Young should be a very happy man. But hey, what do you think was the best pick in round 1 of the 2024 NFL Draft, and which one was the worst? Let us know in the comment section below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps out a ton, and hey, we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, subscribing is a great idea, because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.